Welcome to episode 2 of Nerf This. Yes, we'll address that later. Australia's #1 Overwatch podcast, hosted by us. I'm your host, Govinda Whitehurst, and as ever, I'm joined by the wandering guru, Mr. Kale Adam.
True self is without form.
Every week, we'll discuss news, strategies, and basically everything Overwatch. As some of you might know, this is an offshoot to the PS podcast, and as such, we'll be focusing on console versions of the game. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review and check out the PS podcast for all things PlayStation. Now, on with the show. Kale, have you played Overwatch?
Yeah, I played some Overwatch, not with you.
Yeah, no, you seem to avoid me when I ask if anyone wants to play.
Yep. You're sort of overbearing, sort of domineering.
No. We have a group, and I send one message saying anyone keen. Everyone seems to always at least reply, but you just stay silent.
I think I wrote a fun reply. Who knows? Look, that's neither here nor there.
Oh, when we started ripping into Jack, that was fun.
That was amazing. Do you see how I nearly... Again, it's neither here nor there. Yeah, I've been playing a bit of Overwatch. Not as much as I might like. I've gotten a few hours during the day. I kind of do some split shifts. Again, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, just been playing some. I can't play quick play anymore.
No, quick play's dead to me, though there's problems with competitive that we'll get to in the future of this episode. But let's get into some quick housekeeping.
Some housekeeping, yeah. What's this podcast called?
It's called Nerf This.
Why?
Because we did zero research when we thought we'd name it The Overcast, and it's funny that there's about 10 podcasts called The Overcast.
And like 8 of them are about Overwatch.
I think that we just assumed we were that original.
Oh, yeah.
No one had ever thought of calling a podcast that ever before.
I thought we just fucking knocked it out of the park. It seems like Nerf This is okay.
So we've named it after our first episode, which will now be the titular episode, Nerf This, episode 1, Nerf This.
It's sort of redundant at that point. I'm alright with it because D.Va is my favourite character.
So please disregard the start of that episode where we refer to it as the Overcast.
Egg is somewhat on our face and all over our bodies, as it were.
And for me, that's okay, but as Kale hates eggs, he's in some strife.
I'm in an egg bukkake.
You are a bit of an egg. Oh, egg khaki.
Egg khaki.
Anyway, let's get into some housekeeping.
Look, yeah, I've got some news this week. Would you like some updates, Govinda?
About what?
About Overwatch, mostly.
Oh, shit, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Following hints and teasers that a new hero is coming to Overwatch, it seems we'll have official word on just who this new hero is within the month, apparently on July 21st. At this month's San Diego Comic-Con, Blizzard will host a panel titled Behind the Scenes of Overwatch's Newest Hero, which seems to be outright confirmation that yes, we're getting a new Overwatch hero. The listing states, Blizzard developers James Waugh, Director of Story and Creative Development, Michael Chu, Senior Designer of Overwatch, and Arnold Sang, Assistant Art Director of Overwatch, present a behind-the-scenes look into the creative process of developing the art, design, and story for Overwatch's newest hero. But just who is this new Overwatch hero? From the hints, dropped by Blizzard, it'll be none other than Sombra, the support sniper, which should be a breath of fresh air for those people tired of playing as Lucio or Mercy for support. Will the new hero be Sombra? We'll know for sure in just 2 weeks' time.
Cool. I can't help but notice you left Zenyatta out of the support heroes that people play as.
That's funny, because we're going to talk about Zenyatta
We'll talk
today.
about that later. If you didn't figure it out, Zenyatta will be a character this week.
I wouldn't really put him in the same... I know they're in the same category, technically.
We'll see, though. I don't know. This sniper, if it's what I think it is, doesn't sound like it's going to be a Mercy-level support hero.
Yeah, maybe it's sort of more on the level as Zenyatta.
It seems to me like maybe it will do damage, but can still throw health out, because, I don't know, Zenyatta can only...
It's a cool idea, like shooting people with a sniper rifle to heal them is what I'm imagining this is.
I feel like you'll be able to swap between like a damage shot and a healing shot.
Yep.
It'd be interesting to see what the ult is.
Yeah.
In that respect. Or, anyway.
I'm really interested just because it's so balanced, this game. Like all the ults sort of like complement each other.
Yeah.
But none are similar. Like they're all very, very different.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Do they say this month? People are suspecting it to be this month.
The 21st, which is 2 weeks away.
I wonder if they'll do it'll be out now or out tomorrow sort of thing.
You're like a sneaky surprise.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice. I've got another story, actually. This story actually kind of conflicts a little. but I'll take it anyway. Released late yesterday. That's the 8th, I believe.
Doesn't matter.
We've dated ourselves. The newest Overwatch update for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC addresses a couple of issues with competitive play, including one where you'd receive a penalty even if you rejoined a match and completed it. Here's the patch notes that apply to all 3 platforms. This is for competitive play. Fixed an issue where if you left and rejoined an in-progress competitive play match, the game would still track the match as a loss in your placement match history, and when determining the amount of skill rating you receive for completing a match, even if your team won. Note, you must be present for the conclusion of the match to be eligible for the win. If you leave a match and do not rejoin again before it's over, it will count as a loss, both in placement match history and when calculating your skill rating adjustment. They've also fixed an issue where you would still receive a competitive play leave penalty even if you rejoined a match and completed it. There's another note. If you leave a single competitive play match more than 3 times, you'll receive a competitive play leave penalty even if you complete the match. Blizzard adds, please note that many of the changes marked as PC only will be rolled into a larger patch for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One at a later date. Some of these changes include reduced sudden death duration on all maps except for Numbani and Hollywood, as well as a bug preventing overtime music from playing on escort and assault/escort maps, if the payload was nearing the final checkpoint. And then it goes on to say, following on from this latest tease about a new Overwatch hero, the Brazilian Overwatch account sent out an image with the name A. Amari in it, suggesting Ana Amari, a founding member of Overwatch and Pharah's mother, will be the new hero. I don't know if they're the same. I thought they sort of billed Pharah's mother as a sniper.
They did talk about her as a sniper?
I can't remember. The other story was saying that it might be Umbra.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, maybe there was a translation thing.
Could be a code name.
Yeah, also some sort of code name in the field.
I was telling you, the picture itself was like apparently schematics for a new weapon. That
I saw the picture, yeah, the rifle itself.
Yep.
And also looked like maybe some grenades.
Ah.
I don't know if you saw those.
You little sleuth.
So I'm thinking maybe they're a sniper, but they have healing grenades.
Yeah, okay. That's interesting.
So it's an area heal for a short amount of time, which would be different to everyone else. But who really knows for sure? Only time will tell.
I certainly don't.
And I believe they said they were only going to release one hero at a time.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I think that was just to make sure that it was balanced and it wasn't completely ruining the community by throwing in like 4 different heroes. And
imagine that, like,
so.
Yeah.
Cool. Now this patch brings me to some problems I've got.
You've been experiencing problems
that I've recently discovered with how competitive play has been implemented.
Run me through it.
Hopefully they can fix it. 1, someone left my match.
Okay.
And it goes, you've got 45 seconds before you can leave the match without penalty. And so that 45 seconds ran out. And then I left the match because I was like, we're going to lose. We're already losing anyway. So I left the match. And then my rank went down. And I was like, but that is a penalty.
Yeah.
And so when I was playing another match, I realized that after the 1 minute or 45 seconds, whatever it is up, it says on the top, you can leave without penalty, but it counts as a loss. Which seems in some way paradoxical to me in that counting as a loss is a penalty because my rank's going to go down.
Which is like, this is not exactly ideal.
And now on that point, so that was annoying enough for me. So that I was playing another match with a friend. We got into it. Someone left halfway through control point matches, and it was like 45 seconds. You can leave. And then after that, if you leave, you'll just count it as a loss. And I was like, well, obviously I'm not going to leave now because we're doing okay. I still think we can maybe win.
Yep.
We happen to win, but then no one gets, like, we only got the tiniest little bit of experience because the whole game gets ruined by the one person leaving.
Yeah.
So in my mind, when we won, I was like, sick, at least we won. I'll probably get a shitload of XP because we just won with a man down for half of it.
Yeah.
But it levels the playing field for everyone. And I think even the other team will only lose a tiny little bit.
Look, they're in a weird place because, like, quick play holds no meaning for me anymore, and I find like the gains I'm getting in competitive are so minor. Like I'm still floating around. I think I'm somewhere around 55. Like I go up a little, down a little. I don't really move. Like,
well, I'm down to 48 because of this fucking shit.
That's embarrassing.
I was so
dude.
pissed.
Like I'm embarrassed. You could at least be in the 50s.
I was.
Apparently not.
I was not happy with that at all. I don't know. I think if you win with 4 people, that you should get a lot of experience.
Yeah, like you're at a huge disadvantage.
And I was just so like, well, like, what's the point of me still playing? Like, I was like, I don't know. It just seems like a slap in the face. And if you don't want to get copped with just the infinitesimal, well, the tiny little bit of XP you get for winning with 4 people, you're going to count it as a loss anyway. I was like, what? There's no win in that situation.
Yeah, like work needs to be done.
Like, I feel like I should lose way less if we lost with 4 people.
Yep.
But I don't feel like I should only gain less if we win with 4 people.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It just really rubbed me the wrong way.
Look, it's rubbing me something.
I was swearing. I was yelling profusely.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, again, I didn't get to play as much as I would have liked this week. We're going to have to sort out a muffin night.
Muffin night will never work. You just need to do all your uni work in the day.
All right.
Because I don't get home till later.
Look, that's quite enough, Govinda. Don't bring my
I'm
personal
sick of
life
you
into it.
being like, oh, I was doing uni work, but I played for like 4 hours this afternoon.
It was funny that, I played for like several hours, and then later that night you were like, let's play, and I was like, I'm kind of done, actually, today.
Yeah, so that's all on you at this point. I messaged the group maybe 3 times this week saying who's keen, and no one replies except good old Tom.
Yeah, old faithful Tom. Nothing better to do. We love you, Tom.
So anyway, I really hope season 2 they'll sort this shit out, because that really still pissed about.
We got a long way to go before we get there, and you know what? We got a lot of characters to cover, Govinda. Actually, yes, I'm gonna. No, this is seeing behind the curtain. I have locked my iPad, and now I've unlocked it.
So this week, as we've mentioned, we're going to discuss Zenyatta.
Yeah, Zenyatta.
We're going to do this slightly differently to how we did D.Va, because I'm going to talk about why Zenyatta sucks a little bit.
Interesting.
And how I think they need to sort of address the problem.
Right off the top of the bat, Govinda's played a lot of Zenyatta. You sort of started playing with her early, right? When I didn't even own the game myself, I saw you playing him. I'm just coming to him.
Whoa. You're rocking me. Zenyatta, her or him?
Oh, did I say her?
You said her at one point.
Sorry, sometimes I do get confused and I'm like, Zaya? Like, I think of her.
No, him.
Yeah, no, sorry, it is a him. We think. He's like a robot man. Surely. But I'm only just starting to play him. I've played a few matches, actually in preparation for this week. And yeah, I don't know.
Now, don't get me wrong. I've played Zenyatta a lot, and I have great matches with him. Better now that Widowmaker can't one-bang me.
Yeah, one bang.
But there's something just not quite right about how they've done it. And let's get into it.
My initial impressions is that it's like his mobility.
That's a part of it, but there's just, I think broader is his survivability.
Yep.
So mobility is a big part of that. But
yep.
Let's get into it. He's got Orbs of Destruction as his primary fire, energy orbs, 20 in the clip, 45 damage per shot, and he shoots 3 shots a second.
And we should at least comment on how cool these are. These little orbs that he wears.
Yeah, they just float around his neck.
They're really cool. I think it's pretty chill, actually.
Takes 2 seconds to reload. So you do the maths. 3 times 45. 135.
Oh, wow.
135 DPS. And obviously 2 times damage for headshots. It's actually, he does quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, no, he's like nearly a sniper almost.
He's got his secondary fire, which is his volley shot of his orbs. So it takes him 2.5 seconds to charge all 6 orbs? 5 orbs, sorry.
Okay,
all 5 orbs. And they do slightly reduced damage, 35 each, for a max of 175 if you hit them with all 5 orbs. Again, double for headshots.